morning. We're Adventurelys. Welcome to our channel. If you haven't been here before, I'm Theron.
I'm Cheryl.
It's Saturday morning on Father's Day weekend, so I guess we'll start with wishing all the dads a happy Father's Day this weekend.
Yes, happy Father's Day to all of the dads. I'm excited today. My dad is actually 87, and he's going to have lunch with us.
Yeah, he's going to come join us a little bit later this afternoon. We're headed down to my daughter and son-in-law's house. We're going to smoke a ham this afternoon. That is the plan. So we'll share that with you, I think.
Yeah, I think so. We want to try to get more videos out there right there.
Yeah, so we've been doing a little bit of talking about this channel, and obviously it's still very new. It's pretty raw yet, but we do know we want to build it and grow it. And so I think at this point we've made a commitment to ourselves to get up at least one video every week. We don't yet know what that looks like, but we'll be making that up as we go along.
Yeah, definitely. We'll just, kind of wing it, and I think that's what, a lot of YouTubers do is you just kind of wing it, and you fake it till you make it, and we really are committed to this channel. We really want to do something with this channel. So,
Yeah, so I've been watching some other YouTube channels in various different genres. Sports guy that I follow pretty closely. Some van lifers that I follow pretty closely, and one couple that's actually transitioning onto homesteading. They've retired. They still live in their trailer, but they're bought land and now they're homesteading, and so they're transitioning their channel. But what I'm seeing from all these channels that have grown and got monetized is the consistency in which they put out content. And most of them are doing at least one video a week, every week without fail. So I think that's a goal. Well, that is a goal. It's a goal we've made for ourselves here. Barring anything catastrophic, we're going to be putting out at least one video per week, and we'll figure out what that looks like as we go. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Because, yeah, we really enjoy doing this. We've been getting some nice comments, and we appreciate that. We're at 31 subscribers. We are going to do some ideas, and as we're camping this next weekend, we'll be going to be getting into the 4th of July. So, we'll also be showing you what it's like and what it goes into, planning for a long, um, extended stay like that.
Yeah, and uh, along with that, I do have goals for myself at least. Uh, Most of you know I still work a 40-hour-a-week job, and I am looking to get out of that. Not that I don't like my job. It's got nothing to do with that. I love what I do. I do design and drafting work for a really nice company, and they've taken very good care of our family. And I'm not going to go into any more details on that. But it's got nothing to do with that. But what I'm lacking is the freedom and mobility that I would like in my life to be able to do other things than work. So that's definitely a goal, and my hope is that this would be a vehicle to help with that process. I'm 52 years old. I'm starting to think about what I want the next 10 to 15 years to look like, and I don't want to spend them sitting in an office. I think I'm kind of over that. So that is one of my goals.
Yeah, my goal is obviously I love to travel, and we both love to travel. So this would give us more of an opportunity to be able to do more of that kind of stuff. So that's another thing that we're excited about too is the opportunity to do some traveling and see some things while we still can. We see
Yeah.
so many people out there, and bless you who have worked to 60 and have made it go, but there's just you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. So.
Yeah, and if you've ever thought about building a YouTube channel, just follow along with us because we don't know what we're doing.
We have no clue.
So
No idea.
if we can do this, anybody can do this. Just follow along, and hopefully you get inspired. And if you don't, maybe you learn something from our mistakes, or
Well,
maybe this doesn't work. I don't know,
and if
but we're gonna give it a try.
and if you're a seasoned YouTuber and you see things that we're not doing, that maybe some tips you want to give us, certainly shout out to us, and send us comments or DM us. We'd love to hear what you guys are doing, or maybe some things that we could definitely change. But yeah, we do appreciate all of you.
Yeah, but the one big thing I figured out about launching a YouTube channel is consistency over time. So that's the goal. So
All right.
all right, we'll see you when we get the ham on the smoker.
All right, sounds good.
So we're starting with a spiral cut boneless ham that we found at the Walmart. You can use whatever you want, any kind of ham you want, is what we found today. And the first thing Sam's doing is he's coating it with a coating of mustard. What you want is something for your rub to stick to and to forms better bark that way. We're using mustard today. You can use barbecue sauce. You can use any number of things. And then after that, then we're putting the rub on. And the rub we have for today is a Jack Daniel's pork rub that we really like. Again, you can use whatever your taste buds desire, but this is one that we've chosen for today. And once that's rubbed on there, then it's almost ready for the cooker. The next thing we're doing is adding some moisture. And today we chose a couple cups of apple juice because that goes really good with ham, and that'll keep some good moisture in the cooker and give it some really nice sweet flavor. We've prepped the firebox with some charcoal just to kind of get a nice bed of coals established, and then we'll be putting our wood chunks on. Today we are using hickory wood. We usually do this with apple wood, and we just were curious to see if that changing wood would affect the flavor at all. So now that the firebox is prepped, we can put the ham in. We're going to maintain a temperature between 230 and 250 degrees for the duration of this cook until we get the meat up to an internal temperature of around 140 degrees. One of the last things we need to do then is mix up the glazing that we're going to be putting on it for the final portion of the cook. This is just a glazing packet that came with the ham that we bought. You can make your own, but this is what we're choosing to do today. Okay, so this ham's been on for about 2 hours, and the internal temperature is sitting at about 125. So it's time to put the glazing on that we prepped. So we're just going to pour that all over and give it a good coating. And then we will close the lid on this smoker and let that temperature, the internal meat temperature, get up to about 140-ish, and then this will be come off. You can see that really nice bark that's on there. That's what you're looking for, and you know you're getting a good smoke on. Okay, so it's been about a half hour, 40 minutes since we put that glaze on. The meat temperature's up about where we want it. So now I think it's time to just give this one little basting, last little basting here, and then we can pull the thermometers and take this thing out, and it will be ready to eat. And it looks amazing. And there you have a perfectly smoked ham. That thing looks amazing. We're gonna have some potatoes and beans with it, and that looks like it's gonna be a really good meal. Good morning. So we were gonna do a camper refresh today to get ready for our camping trip next weekend, but Sam called and said we left all of our microphones down in Oshkosh where we were yesterday. So it's a beautiful day out here. So we thought, well, we'll take a ride on the motorcycle and go get our microphones instead. So good way to spend the afternoon. So this is our motorcycle. This is a 2003 Kawasaki Vulcan 750. It's a good starter bike. We've had it for, I'd say, 3 or 4 years now, maybe longer. Cheryl's saying longer.
We've had it for my best friend bought it for me after my mom passed away, so that was in 2020. So we've had it since 2020.
Okay, so we use it for day riding and joy riding. We don't take like extra long trips or overnighters or anything like that with it. It's not made for that. But it's a nice starter bike. A 750 is not a super powerful or big bike, so it's a nice starter bike for us, and we've really enjoyed having it. So we're gonna hop on this, ride down to Oshkosh, and go get our microphones.
And then we are going to refresh the camper tomorrow, so you'll get still see the video. But yeah, we're gonna refresh the camper tomorrow and get things ready for the weekend.
Yepper.
Okay.
right, so sometimes things don't always go the way you plan them. Couple things. The highway that we need to get to Oshkosh is completely gone. They ripped the whole thing out. Looks like they're giving it a complete rebuild. So we had a hard time just getting this far. We're in the north side of Appleton right now, and it took us a lot longer to get here than we thought. And it looks like going south, we have more detours and more constructions. And along with that, the weather is turning. It looks like it's getting very cloudy and gray. We're losing our sunshine. So I don't like to ride in the rain. I don't like to deal with the rain. So between those two things, we've decided not to push any further south. Nope. We're just gonna turn around and make our way back towards Green Bay. And we'll take our time and enjoy the ride. And it's always nice to get out here on the bike, even if things don't go quite the way you planned. So I'm gonna wander over there, fill up real quick, and we'll head back towards the house, I guess.
All right, sounds good.
So we're going camping on Friday. We leave on Friday, and we've got our whole week-long camp that we do with the kids. So we're just going to do a little bit of a camper refresh, reset, and I've got a couple more little things I want to do up here. As far as the camper goes, I want to put a handle in for Cheryl, so she has a little grab handle walking in and out. She has requested that.
Yes.
And I want to replace the mosquito mesh on the door. It is tore apart at the top a little bit, and that's got a lot to do with how I mounted it the first time, so I'm gonna rework that. I'll show you what's going on over here real quick. Hand me the phone. So at the top here, it actually pulled apart, and I think the big part of the problem is I mounted it too low to the door, so I'm gonna put a new one in. Hand me that box, hon. I'll show you what we're using. So this is what it is, and these are like $5. I pay $5 for these things, so you know, even if it only lasts one season, I don't care. It's a $5 replace. But I'm gonna remount the new one up higher, as high as I can get it, so we get more of an opening here, and we're not so constricted at the top of the door. So I think that'll improve that situation. So that's one thing I want to do.
And the handle.
The other thing I want to do, and Cheryl's requested this handle, and that's going to go right about there. Does that look about right?
Yeah, because my stool will come up here, so yeah, right there would be good.
All right, so for her to grab onto. So those are a couple things I'm going to do tonight. Other than that, we just need to do a little bit of cleaning up in here, kind of do a refresh, reset, and get it ready for a week out in the field.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hey there, it's me. So yeah, as Darren mentioned, we are doing a reset of the camper. There's a few things that I do for that reset each time that we go out, and I'm going to share that with you. So we were out of silverware in the camper, and I realized that this is my mom and dad's silverware that I used when I was a kid. Obviously it's back when, you know, silverware was silverware, and it's actually really good quality. So we're going to use that. I'm going to put that in the camper and add that. Because it is 4th of July weekend, I am going to have my flags on the campground. I usually have flags. I found this. My uncle actually made this for my parents. Thought that'd be really nice for in the middle of the camper. Just some paper plates, little sparklers for by the fire. The kids always like sparklers. Usual thing like paper towels, all that kind of thing. Little extra more glassware because I do have other people coming and doing some hiking. In here I have these are those bins that we have in the camper. This is for my dishes. I'll put that over here. But I have my bins just with my towels, hand towels, washcloths, towels for in the shower. I have all of that in here. So that'll be all good. And I will get that all set up in there. And then in a little bit, we're going to go inside the camper. Okay, as you can see, yeah, the camper's a little bit of a mess. I'm just going to kind of go in and organize everything, make sure that we have everything, and I always have a piece of paper and a pen and write down any things that I might think that I need to, to definitely add into what we have. Making a list of groceries is really important. I do that just because it helps me remember things, but also it does save on the budget too as well. And don't go to the store hungry. You already know that, right? Like, we're trying to kind of teach you and help you to do things on a budget. So if you have a list like this, you're going to stay to this list and you're not going to go off it and buy a bunch of, like, I will buy some snacks. I mean, I'll buy like some cookies. I did see that some of the stores here actually have their baked cookies are actually cheaper than like the brand cookies. Like, like I can buy homemade chocolate chip cookies are cheaper than buying like Chips Ahoy. So I will buy little snacks and little treats. Also, we either get sometimes we get like a Chex Mix or something like that just for snacks too. And then like a list of, the foods that you, like the meals that you want to make. I kind of wing it, but I do have everything for each meal that I'm going to do. Like for the pudgy pies, I've got all of the cheese and the meat and the bread. For my chicken dinner, I've got the chicken, I've got the potatoes, I have all of that. You just kind of want to keep everything, so you're not spending a lot of money on groceries, because that's the other thing, or having waste, buying too much and not eating it all. Also, and I'm only buying for like the first half of the week. Wednesday I'll do a refill of the groceries on Wednesday. I'll go into town and I'll rebuy the rest of the things that I need for the rest of the week. Then I'll have a kind of a more idea of how many other people are coming. So yeah, it won't be as much at the grocery store because I am buying that. But also there are things that we just like I like to have a can of Dinty Moore beef stew or a can of soup, or just those kind of things that you can come and go and graze. Grapes that you can throw in a cooler or in your drinks and all of that kind of stuff. So but yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell of what we do to get ready for camping for a reset. The camper is everything all put back in it. I didn't show you that. You've seen our camper many times. I put everything all back in that I picked up, and I actually went to the Dollar Tree and I found a couple of little Dollar Tree has their for $1.25, I was able to get, it's not $1 anymore, it's $1.25. I was able to get those bamboo cooking things with rubber handles. That kind of stuff. So when you're buying at the Dollar Tree, it's $1 and whatever, if it lasts, a season, you're good. So the Dollar Tree, I always try to go there and buy as much as I can. So I was able to find a lot of the things that I needed for camping from there as well. So yeah, we appreciate you, and I really have enjoyed this part of the video. So yeah, we had amazing Father's Day. How was your Father's Day?
Oh, it was fantastic. Got to spend a lot of time with the kids and enjoyed the family and smoking the ham. That's always the best way to do a Father's Day, I think, is spend it with your people.
Yeah, and we hope you enjoyed our bike ride yesterday. There is our bike ride video too as well. So some of our adventures will be on our bike too, along with our camper. We'll be doing some other type of adventures. So anything that we can do and see something new, we want to share that with you.
Yeah, so we know this one's a little bit shorter this week. And that's okay. Some of them are just going to be that way. But we just want to get consistent with what we're doing and just keep putting it out there. And we hope you guys are enjoying what we're doing.
Yeah, we definitely hope you enjoy what we're doing. Yeah, we want to make sure that we try to get a video out once a week. So yeah, definitely, like and subscribe our videos and share them with people. And we appreciate your comments, like I said before. If if you think that we can change anything or add anything to our videos, definitely let us know.
If there's anything else you'd like us to talk to you guys about or show you, please throw that out there too.
Yeah, definitely.
And we do appreciate your support.
Yes.
And watching us kind of get our bearings with this. Like I said, we're brand new to this. We're kind of finding our way. And we sure appreciate those of you that are sticking with us and going through the journey with us.
All right, definitely. We will see you the 4th of July.
Yep, till next time.
Bye.
Bye.